Hello, and welcome to Sleep Stories World. I'd like to invite you to step into a world of relaxation and tranquility with this bedtime story, designed to help you unwind and de-stress. By engaging in this story, you can embark on a journey that nurtures and soothes your mind, promoting overall well-being through sound, restful sleep. Before we begin, let's prepare your space for rest. Ensure you're somewhere comfortably cool, dark, and quiet. If you need to adjust anything, your curtains, your temperature, your pillows, please do so now. When you're ready, lie down and let yourself settle into your bed. Feel the weight of your body being supported. You may want to cover yourself with a light blanket as your body relaxes. Now, gently close your eyes. There's nothing you need to see anymore tonight. Your only task now is to be here, allowing yourself to receive the gift of rest. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. Breathe in deeply, feeling your chest expand. Breathe out, feeling your body sink deeper into your bed. In and out. With each breath, you're signaling to your body that it's safe to rest. Now, imagine being surrounded by a warm, vibrant light. This light is gentle and comforting, carrying with it a deep sense of peace and safety. As you breathe in, let this warm light fill your chest. As you breathe out, imagine it spreading gently through your upper body. Breathe in, and let the light expand through your shoulders, your arms, your back. Breathe out, and feel it filling your stomach, your neck, your head, every space within you glowing softly. If a thought comes by, acknowledge it like watching a leaf float by on a gentle stream, and then let it drift away. There will be time for those thoughts later. Now is for rest. On your next breath in, let the warm light travel downward. Feel it reach your hips, your thighs, your knees. Breathe out, and sense it flowing down to your ankles, to your toes. Every part of you now is surrounded by this gentle, warm glow. You are completely enveloped in comfort and peace. Focus on your breath and the warm light surrounding you. If your mind wanders, simply guide it back, gently, to your breath, to the light. You are safe. You are comfortable. You are exactly where you need to be. As we move into tonight's story, allow yourself to let go even more. Let the words wash over you like a gentle tide. You don't need to follow every detail. Simply receive the story as a gift, a soft companion as you journey toward sleep. And now, let us begin. Tonight, we journey to one of the most extraordinary places on our planet, the Arctic, a realm of ice and silence at the very top of the world. Imagine standing at the North Pole in the depths of winter. Around you stretches an endless expanse of white, a frozen ocean covered in sheets of ice that shift and crack and whisper in the cold. The air is still, so still that you can hear the faint sound of your own breathing, the soft crunch of snow beneath your boots. This is not land beneath your feet. Unlike its southern counterpart Antarctica, which sits atop a massive continent, the North Pole has no solid ground at all. What appears to be a vast frozen landscape is actually ice, floating atop the deep, dark Arctic Ocean. The ice beneath you is part of the polar ice cap, drifting slowly with ocean currents, never truly still, always in gentle motion. It's a sea that has turned solid, a liquid world transformed into something you can walk upon. And yet, far below, hundreds of meters down, the ocean continues its ancient rhythms, dark and cold and full of life. The temperature here, in the heart of winter, can plunge to 40 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit, and stay there for days, or even weeks. The cold is not just something you feel. It's something that seems to have substance, something that presses against your skin, fills your lungs, surrounds you completely. At negative 40 degrees, the air becomes almost crystalline. Your breath turns to mist immediately, freezing into tiny ice crystals that sparkle in whatever faint light exists. Even the moisture in your nostrils begins to freeze with each inhale, a strange, prickling sensation. But here's something remarkable about the North Pole, something that might surprise you. Despite its location at the northernmost point of Earth, despite being the very crown of our planet, the North Pole is not actually the coldest place in the Northern Hemisphere. The reason lies beneath your feet. The Arctic Ocean, even when covered by this thick polar ice pack, continues to hold warmth from the summer months. The water beneath the ice remains at a temperature of around -2 degrees Celsius. Cold? Yes, but warmer than the air above. This relatively warmer water radiates heat upward through the ice, helping to moderate the extreme cold and keeping winter temperatures at the North Pole around -30 to -35 degrees Celsius, rather than the even more brutal cold found inland on continents like Siberia or northern Canada. At this time of year, in the heart of Arctic winter, something extraordinary happens, something that transforms this already alien landscape into something even more otherworldly. The sun, that constant companion that rises and sets each day for most of the world, simply vanishes. Around September 21st, on the autumnal equinox, the sun touches the horizon for the last time and begins to slip away. It sinks lower and lower each day, until finally, it disappears completely, and then it stays gone. For 6 months, from late September until late March, the sun remains below the horizon. It does not rise. Day does not come. This is the polar night, a time when day and night lose their meaning, and the Arctic slips into a long, peaceful sleep beneath a blanket of darkness. In the beginning, there is still some light. For a few hours each day, a soft twilight illuminates the horizon, a gentle blue glow that tells you the sun is still there, just out of sight, waiting on the other side of the world. But as winter deepens, even this twilight fades. By late December, the darkness is complete. The world exists in a state of perpetual night, a deep, velvety darkness that blankets everything. And yet, this darkness is not empty. It is not lifeless. It is full of subtle gradations, shades of black and blue and deep purple. The ice reflects whatever faint light exists, from the stars, from the moon when it rises. Sometimes the darkness is so complete that you cannot see your hand in front of your face. Other times, when the moon is full and the sky is clear, the world is bathed in a soft, silvery glow that makes the ice appear luminous, almost magical. In this darkness, the ice continues its ancient dance. The sea ice here is relatively thin compared to the massive ice sheets of Antarctica, generally less than about 4 meters thick in most places. But what it lacks in depth, it makes up for in movement. This ice is not static, not frozen in place. It drifts with ocean currents that flow beneath, with winds that push and pull from above. The ice moves slowly, perhaps a few kilometers each day, but it moves constantly, creating a landscape that is forever changing. Sheets of ice press against one another, grinding and pushing, creating pressure ridges that jut upward like frozen mountain ranges in miniature. Some of these ridges can rise 10 or 15 meters above the surrounding ice, small mountains born from the collision of frozen plates. In other places, the ice pulls apart, creating leads, narrow channels of dark, steaming water that cut through the white landscape like dark veins. These leads can be just a few meters wide, or they can stretch for hundreds of meters, temporary rivers of liquid water in a frozen world. The water in these leads is warmer than the air around them, and so they steam and smoke, creating ghostly wisps of vapor that drift across the ice. The ice speaks, constantly. If you stand still and listen, you can hear it. Sometimes the sounds are gentle, a soft creaking and groaning, like an old wooden ship at sea. The ice settling, adjusting, responding to the pressures around it. Other times, the sounds are more dramatic, deep booms that echo across the emptiness as massive sheets collide and buckle. These sounds can travel for kilometers across the frozen plain, announcing the ice's movements to anyone, or anything, within range. There are sharp cracks too, sudden and startling, the sound of ice breaking, of leads opening, of the frozen surface yielding to forces too great to resist. And beneath it all, a constant background whisper, the sound of snow crystals settling, of wind moving across the surface, of the ice breathing. This is the Arctic in winter, a world reduced to its most essential elements: ice and water, darkness and cold, silence and wind. It is a place that seems, at first glance, to be hostile to life, too harsh, too extreme, too unforgiving. And yet, life persists here. Life thrives here. In ways that seem almost impossible, creatures have adapted to call this frozen realm home. They have found ways not just to survive, but to flourish in conditions that would be fatal to most living things on Earth. As we continue our journey through this Arctic night, we will meet some of these remarkable inhabitants. We will discover how they endure the cold, the darkness, the endless winter. We will learn their secrets, the adaptations and behaviors that allow them to not just exist, but to thrive in one of the most challenging environments our planet has to offer. But for now, let yourself simply rest in this frozen landscape. Imagine the vast stillness, the peaceful darkness, the gentle movement of ice beneath an endless sky. There is something deeply calming about this place, something that reminds us that even in the harshest environments, there is beauty, there is balance, there is a kind of peace. Let the Arctic winter wrap around you. Let its quiet seep into your thoughts. Let its darkness become a gentle companion as you drift.